Hi, welcome everybody. It's Mike Newton down here at Lytham Golf Academy. We've got a new product for me to review, should I say, in way of the Cobra King Forged TEC iron. Okay, so fairly new iron here from Cobra, and it's a lovely looking club, and this is the black edition here, so obviously it's a very sort of smoked out black finish on here. So this video here, we've got GC2 HMT set up here, so we're going to have a look at some numbers, hit some shots, and maybe give you guys a little bit of an idea of maybe how Forged TEC could possibly suit your game, a little bit of feel and feedback from me, and obviously look at some numbers, a little bit more detail on its performance. Right, okay, so let's talk a little bit about the technology that's in this Forged TEC iron here from Cobra. So first probably visual thing you're going to see is this carbon sort of medallion in the back of the head here. So this is what's going to help a lot with sort of dampening of sound, and obviously creates maybe a softer feel that maybe the better player would sort of like. So this iron's probably sitting more in that sort of low handicap to sort of early sort of teens, really, I would probably say. So quite a forgiving looking golf club. Obviously you see that cavity in there. They do offer a pro blade iron, which is obviously more for the real ball strikers out there, maybe the real sort of single figure better players there. So I think this will be a popular option. Obviously it's forged head here. So the TEC part of the name actually stands for Technology Enhanced Cavity. So Cobra claiming this is technology here, it's going to help ball speed off this club face. So across this face, we're going to help get that ball speed up on those obviously centre hits, but also those miss hits there. Okay, so we've got ourselves set out here from the green on the simulator, 180 yards. This is a 7-iron I'm hitting here, and it's 30 degrees of loft. So fairly strong lofted sort of 7-iron here. So let's get this first one here. We're going to hit a batch of shots, and we'll look at some numbers in a little bit more detail. Okay, now first of all, look of that as I present that down by the ball. Obviously we've got this black finish here, which I like it. This is what they call a diamondized black sort of finish, which is very wear resistance basically. So I think sometimes comments we get a lot from these black finishes from golfers is how quickly is this going to wear off, and Cobra saying this is very durable, so we shouldn't really sort of see many or much wearing of this through its use. But as I present that down by the golf ball, it's a nice look. You know, it's a lovely shape there. It's a sort of medium top line there. It's not mega thin by any means. And to be honest, probably one thing that does stand out there is quite a bit of offset there for me. And I know there's a blade option here, which I'm guessing will have very little offset, but there's just probably a little bit too much offset for my liking anyway. But you know, sits really sort of nice there. Just one thing to point out for you guys when you see this on the pitch here, just do ignore that silver top part of the hosel there. This is a fitting iron, so obviously these shafts interconnect. There's a little hole there where we would tighten it. So obviously when you come to purchase these, all of that would be black as it works into that ferrule there. Okay, so let's get underway. Let's get this first one hit and see how the Forged TEC iron performs. Oh, that felt lovely. That was a beautiful strike. That felt really good, right down that flag. And that looked to be stopping pretty quick. That carried 169 there. Yeah, and spun at 6,600. That stopped pretty quick. That's a little bit of a surprise, to be honest. With that sort of loft of 30 degrees, sometimes what you obviously find is that spin just drops off a little bit there. But that's a good spin number, that first shot. It felt really nice, that. Okay, that wasn't quite as good a strike, a little bit heavy there, but that's done all right, to be honest. Still hitting the target there, so accuracy-wise good. Hasn't lost much there, 168, and spin's still good, 6.3 there. Just dropped a touch of spin because I just cut it a little bit matty there, but again, I'm quite surprised at that spin number there. I'm really surprised at that, you know, with that loft number 30 degrees. But obviously, you know, this iron is hitting that, as I say, maybe that single figure into that early teen sort of figure handicap here. So those sort of guys are wanting that forgiveness, but they do want that spin. They don't want these big drop-offs of this spin getting too low, because we want that ball to sort of stop and control when it comes into land. Let's get another one hit here. Yeah, that feels lovely. It's a lovely sound to that, you know, maybe that carbon medallion in the back helping with that, but it does sound it sounds solid, it's not loud. Good strike there, 175, again good spin, 6,500. So I'm liking the way this club is performing. The look of it I do like. I quite like that black finish. Some will, some won't. I think that's going to be a little bit of a mix and a very much of a personal response to that really in terms of that black finish. Now these irons have a little bit of tungsten in the sole here, so you just see a little sort of circle of tungsten in the toe section. There's also one positioned in the heel section. So what that's allowing them to do is to sort of lower and centralise that CG location in the head to create a little bit more forgiveness and consistency really in the strikes. We're sort of the spin and the performance of the ball, and we're sort of seeing that in those first 3 shots there with that really controlled and consistent spin number. So let's get this 4th shot hit here. Oh, feels superb. I really like that. Again, hitting that target and stopping very quick. 170-yard carry, and that time spun at 6,800. I've got loads of control. It feels like it's just sticking on that club face a little bit longer coming through. Visually on that flight, as I look at that, it looks like it's sort of there. I can see it's going to sort of land soft, and I've got a lot of control. Definitely doesn't worry me that that might just sort of shoot away from me at all. And the sound and the feel is lovely. Okay, let's get this last one hit, then we'll look at those numbers in a little bit more detail. Really enjoying hitting this. Oh, right, that struck that well. I've just pushed that. Might just miss the green there. That's a shame. Yeah, I just missed the green. Obviously, that's more me than the club there. I struck that pretty well. 171 carry, just left that face a little bit open there, so I've just missed target. Okay, so not quite got me 100% of greens hit with that batch, unfortunately. Okay, let's go look at some numbers in a little bit more detail and see how that Forged Tech iron is performing. Right, okay, let's have a look at some numbers here. So we can see club head speed just under that 95-mile-an-hour mark, which I generally am there. So ball speed at 123, see peaking there at 125, dropping off at just under 121. So quite consistent numbers there. Let's look at the launch angle there. So 18.1 degree, that's launching out at. Side spin's really low, averaging at just 30. Sort of draw, you see the worst one there's that last one I hit, just leaked that a little bit there. And this spin number, this backspin there, averaging at 6.626, really good number there, to be honest, for a 7-iron there. Lofted at 30 degrees, remember, so I would expect that probably to be nearer 6,000, if anything 5.8 area with that type of club. So that's really pleasing there, because I know that's going to give me a lot of control when that comes into land. So, but quite a consistent run numbers, so 6.6, 6.3, 6.5, 6.8, 6.7, really good running numbers there, which is really pleasing. Sort of peaking out at 35 yards, so it's fairly high there, which again is going to land nice and soft with that spin number, with loads of control. And then carry number averaging at 170, so we can see 168 there, drop is the lowest one, peaking at 175. So again, a good tight stretch of numbers there, which is really great, and it definitely is the sort of numbers that the player that this iron is really aimed at would really want, to be honest. Right, there we go, guys. So there's the King Forged Tech iron from Cobra. Carbon in there, we've got tungsten in there, we've got a hotter club face that Cobra's saying. We've got this diamondized black metal finish on it, which I think looks lovely. I think the appeal of that behind, well, rack appeal in the bag looks beautiful. I know that doesn't make any difference there, but I know a lot of guys would want it to look good. I think, as you said, down with the golf ball there, I like, you know, it's medium, it's not too sort of daunting there. It looks quite sort of confidence inspiring. A little bit probably too much offset for my liking, but I think I'll soon get over that. Looking at that performance there, that wouldn't issue me at all. So that's a really good iron. I tell you what, that I reckon that's going to be a real popular one. I think if you're in that sort of bracket where you want that nice look, that nice sort of shape there, you're not too worried about that black there. You know, I think some guys will either love it or hate it, but I don't mind that at all. I think definitely put that on your radar to go out and try and test. And obviously, importance here is obviously getting fit. You know, a lot of lie options, shaft options, grip and length and everything like that. So definitely got to get these built and set up right for you to get the maximum performance of these golf clubs. Okay, guys, let me know your thoughts on the Forged Tech iron there from King Cobra. So you know, comment down below, let me know your thoughts. Have you tried it? Have you got a set of these? Give me some feedback. I'd love to know what you guys are doing out there and what you're using. So thanks for watching the video. Always appreciate it as ever. You know, do hit that subscribe button, hit that bell icon to get notifications. Any future videos, as soon as I land on my channel, you'll be the first one to watch it, and hopefully we'll catch up with you all very soon.